One of the features we're enabling on almost all of our websites across the company is the crime map. And as you notice here on this one at waxahachieTX.com, they have a crime map running already. And as you can see, it shows a little Google map here that is interactive. They're able to zoom in and out on the map, and it also shows what each of those things are. In addition, if you were to go and click on one of these or even hover on it, it would give you a brief synopsis of the story, and also another link that is clickable, and I can click that link within the map and take me directly to the story, or I can just click down here in one of these links to take me to that story. Now the crime map we're rolling out across the entire company, so if you have a website, an editorial website, we are going to be featuring the crime map. Well, I'm going to show you here today on how easy it is to create crime map assets and populate that. First off, the thing you'll need to do from your Blox admin is go and create a new section. And you do this by going to the main Blox menu and going to Settings, then to Tags, then to Sections. Now, if you don't have access to this section, you may wish to get with your regional online coordinator to have this set up. But I'm going to create one here by clicking on the section tags line here first, so I know where I'm creating it. I'm going to click on Actions, and then New, and then I'm going to type in the name. For this one, I'm going to call it Police. In some areas we're doing a crime and a fire map, so it's your choice how you name this, but this is the section tag, and this would be the URL. In this case, it would be yourwebsite.com/police. So click Submit, and now it creates it, and you can see that it is now a section tag within the Blox arrangement. Now you'll need to discuss this with your various editors and publishers as to whether or not this section is going to be behind the paywall or not. Because initially creating this new section, it does not go behind the paywall. So you'll have to have that decision made, and then again get with your regional online coordinator on putting that behind the paywall if that's indeed what they want to do. Well, now that we've created the section, the simple thing is just to go in and create a new asset. And we can create an article asset, and just like any other article asset, you're going to treat it just like you would a story. For example, in this case, it could be robbery at local 7-Eleven. Alright, so you're going to have the body copy in there, and now the first thing you're going to do is add that section tag that we just created. In this case, it was police. So that's the section tag. Now, if you're going to put it in more than one section, make sure that the section you've created for the purpose of the crime map is the first one listed. So if I were to add this to another section such as news, maybe a news here, I would have to make sure that that is the second one listed and not the first, because the first section tag always is the home section. So the last thing you need to do, other than adding in your keywords, is to go to the Other tab and click on the Location button. And we've discussed location before, but for crime assets, it is very important. This is all you need. You need a correct street address, and by the way, these addresses have to be correctly formatted like a postal address. Okay, if it is Avenue B, or something like that, you want to make sure you leave out any periods, any unusual abbreviations like AV instead of AVE. Just make sure that these conform to standard postal regulation, and it will format them correctly. You need the correct city, the correct state, and the correct zip code in order to make this work. Now there's one last thing. Let's jump back on the tags, and by now I'm hoping you've already added all the keywords that you need to add relative to the story. But there's one we're going to need to add at the end, and that is the word mappable. M-A-P-P-A-B-L-E. Okay, and once you have the keyword mappable in there, this tells the block that this is something that can display in the crime map because you have an address location in it. Okay, so those 2 key points, or 3 key points really: section tag it correctly, add in the location data, and make sure the mappable keyword is in there. Now, to make the block active on your front page, you will need to get with your regional online coordinator, and he or she will set up that block for you with the information you supply, which is going to be the section that you created and the keyword that you're going to be using, in this case mappable. A mappable is what we're using almost everywhere, so let's just conform to that and be consistent throughout. Once you do this, I guarantee you'll have a crime map in no time, and it'll look great, and people will be able to go in and look at all the information here at a glance. If you have any questions, let me know, or get with your regional online coordinator.